program is conducted to encourage, inspire, and nurture young students by exposing them to new ideas and processes, resulting in innovative activities in their formative years. It's my pleasure to welcome you on all behalf of the Department of MBA to the webinar on exploring business marketing and entrepreneurship. We welcome our Honorable Chairman and distinguished Secretary and Correspondent, Professor A. Balagandamani Sir, Sengundar Institutions, whose dream is to bring a revolution among the youth, and his words and deeds are directed only towards tuning us in the path of perfection. We welcome you, sir. We are glad to invite our venerated principal, Dr. T. Satish Kumar sir and Dr. K. Uma Devi ma'am, Sengundar Engineering College, to this function. Your power of inspiration ever augments our thirst for new searches. We warmly greet you, sir and madam. It's our great privilege to welcome our CEO, Engineer A.B. Madan sir, and Director, Corporate Relations and Training, Engineer Arvind Tirunavukarasu sir, whose active involvement and motivation at the pertinent point of time to elevate our growth. We welcome you, sirs. We render our hearty welcome to the Chief Guest, Mr. S. Jayakumar sir, Assistant Professor in Department of Master of Business Administration. A warm greeting to you, sir. We invite HODs from all the departments, students from various departments to our program. Once again, I feel very happy to welcome you all this grand phenomenon. Be with us and make this program as useful. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Okay. So the topic is exploring business, marketing, and entrepreneurship. So the purpose and functions of business. First, you have to understand the purpose and the functions of it. This is our objective. So the purpose of business is to fulfill the needs and wants of the customer. So any business organization, whatsoever it may have started, the main purpose is to identify the needs and wants. Needs அப்படிங்கிறது தேவை, அவசியம், அப்புறம் தேவை. வீடுங்கிறது என்னது அவசியம், இல்லாட்டி தேவையா இருக்கு. இது வந்து ஒரு இடத்துல நமக்கு வந்து இப்போ ஒரு இடத்துல இருந்து இன்னொரு இடத்துக்கு போறதுக்கு நமக்கு பைக் இருந்தா போதும், சைக்கிள், அது வந்து நம்மளோட அவசியம். அதே கார்ல போகணும்னு நினைக்கிறது தேவை. ஸோ எந்த நீடுன்னு இருக்கிறாங்க, எந்த வாண்ட் இருக்கிறாங்கன்னு பார்த்து நம்ம கன்சியூமருக்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி ப்ராடக்ட்ஸை நம்ம டெவலப் பண்ணணும். அப்போ அந்த ப்ராடக்ட்டு மார்க்கெட்டில் ரீச் ஆகும். ஸோ த பர்பஸ் ஆஃப் எனி பர்பஸ் ஆஃப் த ஆர்கனைசேஷன் இஸ் டு ப்ரொடியூஸ் தி goods and services that should be useful to the customers, and that the customers use those goods and services, and the customer purchase the goods and services. So the business sells goods, or it may be services, or it may be both to the customers. Goods are services are both are. So example for goods are clothing, cars, computers, CDs, like that. Services are hairdressers, dry cleaners, lawn care, babysitting, so like this. These services we can categorize. Next, the main purpose or motivation to start business is, in the business இருந்தாலும் our main motive or purpose is to make the profit. In the business organization last time ஆரம்பிக்க போறதுல our main motive வந்து என்னது, profits. So the profit motive is to desire to make money, see the opportunity to make money in the marketplace. The main motive is to make money and looking for the opportunity how to make money in the marketplace, and then opportunity to meet the wants and needs of the consumers, and opportunity to increase the competition in the marketplace, and then business or investment opportunities for individuals future. So these are the main motivation to start business. That is to make money, to identify the need, to meet the needs and wants of the customers, and then to increase the competition in the marketplace for the future need or the future income. Now itself we are start earning. So that is the main motivation to start the business. The functions of business can be classified into different categories. So it includes accounting, that is the recording and reporting the financial activities and transactions. Examples: paying bills, collecting money from customers, paying taxes, preparing employees' payroll checks, reconciling bank statement, investing cash, and purchasing the equipment. Next one, the functions of management is management to make sure that entire organization meets its goals and obligations. So entire organization is working towards one common goal, the obligation, that is the profit motive, effectiveness and efficiency of the organization. It effectively works with people in the organization and uses available resources to accomplish the organization goals. Next one is the marketing. So it satisfies the needs and wants of the consumers through exchange. So marketing is the exchange of goods and services to the customers. So it includes 4 P's, that is the product, price, the establishment of price of the product, and the placing the product in attractive and convenient sales locations, and the promotions. So these are the 4 P's of marketing: product, price, placement, and promotion. Next, information technology. Nowadays, we are in the IT revolution. So the information technology plays a vital role in today's business. So uses the technology to share the knowledge, facts, and data to others, that is the co-workers, customers, and suppliers. So the information technologies functions include some examples are maintenance of email accounts, maintaining the software applications, and then maintaining of processing systems, and maintains the hardware for all technology used. Next one is the operation, which is considered as the back office, which involves behind the scenes of paperwork required to complete all transactions found in both the service and the manufacturing sector. Next one is the human resources. So here you are managing the people. So identifying the right people and placing them in the right place at right time. So it manages people relations with the company, helps the workers to develop the skills and knowledge needed to be successful on the job, and it includes the responsible for hiring and firing of employees, and selects the employee benefits and enrolls all the employees benefits, which includes insurance, retirement, etc., and helps to employees pursue educational opportunities. So these are some functions of business in the field of human resource. Next, we are moving to what are the different types of business organization that we can start. So based upon the people, number of people, we are categorizing into different types of business. So now we can compare the main types of business organization, which includes sole proprietorship, partnership, corporation, and franchise. These are the types of organization that is in the present market scenario. So they are sole proprietorship, partnership, cooperation, corporation, and the franchise. First one is the sole proprietorship. So sole proprietorship, the name itself, when business can be started by a single person who brings his own money and invests in the business and takes the risk and reward out of that business, is the sole proprietorship. So he brings the money, he invests the money, his money in the business, and takes all the risk and rewards. Whatever may be the profit, the entire profit is taken by the sole proprietor. So the examples of sole proprietorship shops, types of business are floral shops, food stores, farms. Then we can categorize. ஒருத்தர் வந்து சொந்தமாக பணம் கொண்டாந்து அவரே இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணி அந்த அமௌண்ட், அந்த இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட்னால கிடைக்கிற ரிஸ்க் அண்ட் ரிவார்டு அவரே வச்சுக்கலாம். அதுதான் வந்து என்னது சோல் ப்ரொப்ரைட்டர்ஷிப். Sole proprietorship advantage பார்த்தா easy to start. So when the person is is ready to start a business, he can easily start without any obstacles. And the owner is his or he or his or her are own boss. They are the own boss for their business and owns all the profits. So there are some advantages of the sole proprietorship. So the like advantage in sole proprietorship also we have some disadvantages. So owner must pay for everything needed for the business. It is difficult to obtain capital needed to start. So the money invested by the sole proprietor is from his own savings or from the some personal investment by getting some loan by with the help of pledging the land or building or pledging the gold. Like that only he can bring the money. So whatever the money he has his savings, that one it is limited to that amount only. That is one disadvantage. It is next owner might lack business skills, and the main disadvantage is unlimited liabilities. Unlimited liability means the personal property also liable for his loss. Beyond the investment, any amount goes beyond the investment. If it is a loss, then his personal asset, that is the building, land, whatever he owned, that also liable. That is called as unlimited liability. Owner has full responsibility for the company's debts and can lose the entire investment as well as the personal asset. Next type of business is sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship one person. Partnership means two or more persons join together to start a business based upon the deed, and that is called as partnership. Owned by two or more people. So the examples are law firms, medical practitioners, auto body repair. When two or more persons join together to start a business, that is called as partnership. So the advantages are it's relatively easy to start and easier to obtain capital than in the sole proprietorship. So sole proprietorship ஒருத்தர் அமௌண்ட் கொண்டு வரும், பார்ட்னர்ஷிப்ல ரெண்டுக்கு மேலும் நிறைய பேர் அமௌண்ட் சேவிங்ஸ் பண்ண ஆரம்பிக்கும். Next, partners share skills and talents, and then partners share whatever the profit comes out of that business or risk out of that business is shared by all the partners. The main disadvantages of partnerships are partnership agreement is needed to start. Based upon the agreement only, their profit or loss will be divided. Partners might not get along well. Partners must share the profits. Partnership must be recognized if one partner quits, and partners share unlimited liability. So all partners share the responsibility of bad decisions made by the one partner. One partner makes the wrong decision also affects the other partners also. Okay. Next one is the corporations. So when many people own the business in the form of stakeholders, then that is called as corporations, but treated by the law as one person. Corporation then may come, company will live forever. It is an artificial person. Corporation of it is an artificial person. It has its own name and logo. So the corporations are treated as one person. So the advantages of corporations are corporations can raise money by selling the stock. Stock here is share. So the company can divide their capital into shares and they can sell those shares into the public, and by that they can mobilize the amount. And their main advantages is limited liabilities. So what amount the shareholders invested in the company, to that amount only it is liable. So it is called as limited liability. Shareholders can only lose what they have invested. Beyond that, in the partnership, sole proprietorship, beyond that last proportion, beyond that amount investment also, the personal asset is liable. But here only to the amount, how much amount he owned the share, to that amount only liable. Corporation continue with the shareholders to sell stock, and corporations can always make money by selling more stocks. These are some advantages. And the disadvantages of corporations are taxed on their profit, government closely regulates the corporations. It is more difficult to start the corporation, so must obtain a corporate chapter form in the state in which the headquarter is located. This is the some advantages and disadvantages. So example of corporation, IBM, Google, Nike. So these are the companies example for corporations. Next type of business is franchising. So franchise is a contractual agreement to sell a company's product or services in a specific geographical area. So franchise agreement, it is a contractual agreement to sell company's product or services in the particular geographical area. So the advantages of franchising are easy to start. Franchise can rely on good name and expertise of the parent company. Franchise can get needed guidelines in operating the business from franchise. So the example of McDonald's, Blockbuster, Taco Bell, இதெல்லாம் examples of franchising. ஸோ அவங்க வந்து இன்னொருத்தவங்களுக்கு ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் லொக்கேஷனில் அவங்க ப்ராடக்டை விற்கிறதுக்கு அலோவ் பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க. அது பேர் தான் என்னது ஃப்ரான்ச்சைசிங். அதில் அவங்களுக்கு வந்து ஒரு மார்ஜின் ஆஃப் ப்ராஃபிட்டு கொடுப்பாங்க. The disadvantages are some franchises are strict about how the business is to run, and franchise is limited in what products or services can be sold, and franchise must operate like every other franchise. These are the some disadvantages of franchise. Now we can classify business. So business can be classified as profit making or non-profit making business. So that and service, product, or combination of product or services. The profit making business are for profit businesses. The motive is making a profit, earn more revenue than expenses, product and distribute the goods and services based on consumers' demand and wants. So the example of Apple computers, Sony, Domino Pizza, the Gap. So these are some of the examples of profit business that only want to make the profits. So non-profit making business, they can earn profit but cannot run for a sole purpose of earning profits. Profit must be used to benefit the purpose of the organization. So non-profit organization service oriented, but they will keep some margin of profit in order to run the business. அதுக்காக profit இல்லைன்னு சொல்ல முடியாது. High profit earn பண்றதில்ல. So cannot be run for the financial gain of the members or the directors, or donors contributions are tax deductible. So these are the non-profit examples of non-profit making business, that is American Red Cross, Meals on Wheels, homeless shelters. So these are some examples. Next, service businesses provide services rather than goods. They sell the services. There is a service business needs of the medical clinics, law firms, so in order to guide or serve the society. Some service business provide wants, that is the taxi companies, ISPs examples. ISPs. So the examples of barber shop, dry cleaners, copy or print shops, car repairing shops. Next, product businesses. So these type of businesses sell the goods to the consumers and to the other businesses. So it includes retailers, distributors of product businesses. Examples are Old Navy, CD stores, Best Buy, Dick's Sporting Goods. Some type of business are combination of both product and services. Some businesses are both product and services business. They sell product as well as the services. Example, automobile dealerships, hair salons, appliance stores, and you can think others also. Next, we are moving to the marketing. So far we have seen about its businesses. Next we are moving to the marketing.
Sir, it's not audible, sir.
Sorry, just a minute. Okay, so is it audible? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Next, we are moving to the next section, that is the marketing. So, marketing is the process of developing, promoting, and distributing the products to satisfy customers' needs and wants. Marketing is the process of developing and promoting and distributing the products to satisfy the customer needs and wants. Those marketing which are consist of 4 P's. Okay. They are the product, promotion, place, and price. The entire 4 P's is targeting the market. 4 P's or marketing is explained in this diagram. First one is the products. So when we go for the marketing, first we have to place the products. So which product has the demand, more demand in the market, that we have to identify. If there is a demand for the product or services, and how to make the product appeal to the consumers, and packaging, which includes the design, color, size, and brand names. Next, promotion, making the consumer aware of the products by advertising, by giving coupons or rebates, sales, free giveaways, publicity. By that we are promoting the products. Next one is the place, that is the distribution, getting the right product to the right place at the right time, in the right amount, and in the right condition. That is the logistic management. That is, you have to distribute the goods, that is the product, to the right place, to the right time, in the right amount, and in the right condition, which includes storage, warehousing, and transporting, and the price. How much price the customer will pay. So, how much are the customers willing to pay? If the price is competitive with other products, then the company can make the profits. These are the things you have to keep in mind while framing the marketing mix. That is product, price, place, and product, promotion, place, and price. Next, logo. So, when we are starting a business, we have to prepare the company name. Creating a winning company name takes some throughout, but is the one of the most important things you will do during the process of starting the business. First, business start control, company name start control. So the company name, it should be a winning company name. So how do we create a winning company name? Means get together for a company name, brainstorming session. Many company names are incorporated into the logo. So work through these 5 rules for choosing the company. So what are those 5 rules that you can see? Rule 1: a winning company name has to be memorable. It should be easily memorable to the consumers. And a winning company name needs a visual element. It should be visually element. The winning company name should have a positive connotations. The winning company name may include information about what your company does. And the fifth rule is the winning company name has to be fairly short. So these are the 5 rules you have to keep in mind while framing the company name. Next, logos. The word logo means a name or a symbol or a trademark designed for easy recognition. So easily you want to recognize. Means you have to get a good logos. So the logos can be a name or a symbol or a trademark. The logo is a graphical representation of the company. It consists of symbols, illustrations, or a graphics printed design. The logo should attract the attention. It produces a first impression on your products. So product or first impression create பண்றது வந்து இது. So how many logos are you familiar with this slide? So இந்த slides இருக்கிற பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நீங்க நிறைய பேர் இந்த லோகோலாம் பார்த்துருப்பீங்க. நம்ம ஃபேமிலி கோகோகோலா, Toyota symbols, Starbucks coffee logos. These are some examples of logos. Next, creating your company name and logo. Now keep in mind 5 principles of an effective logo design. So preparing the company name and the logos, you have to keep in mind the 5 effective principles. That is, it should be simple, it should be memorable, it should be a timeless, and it should be versatile, and it should be appropriate. So the marketing mix focuses on the target market, that is the price, promotion, place, and products. Target market is the whom we are targeting. Which consumer we are targeting, that is the target market. A specific group of consumers at which a company aims its product and services is called as target market. So target consumers are those who are most likely to buy from you. The target market யார் நம்ம ப்ராடக்டை சர்வீஸஸை வாங்குறாங்க, யாரை நாம் டார்கெட் பண்ணி விற்கிறோம். சில்ட்ரன்ஸா, பேபிஸா, teenagers, old people. So in Mari, so based upon the product or services whom we are concentrating to buy that our product, that is called as target market. Or geographic location, South India, North India, like that we can also target the market. So how to identify your target market? So you have to ask some of these questions when identifying your target market. Are your target consumers are male or female or both? Male or female or both? How old are they? Where do they live? Is geography a limiting factor for any reason? What do they do for a living? How much money do they make? This is most significant if you are selling relatively expensively or luxury items. What other aspects of their lives matter? If you are launching a roof tiling services, your target consumers probably own their own homes. And what are they willing to pay for your products? So these are the things you have to identify. Keep in mind when identifying the target market. Next one is the advertising. Now the target market survey is complete. You are ready to create an advertisement. So once your target market is complete or ready, you can go for an advertisement. Why do companies advertise? Promote their product and services. How many forms of advertisements we have, including the newspaper, magazines, TV, radio, billboards, flyers, etc. So these are the different forms of advertising. After analyzing your target market survey, create an advertisement aimed at your customers. Next is creating an advertisement. So while creating advertisement, you have to keep some things in mind. There should be a catchy slogans or a great forms of advertisements. Catchy slogans are the great forms of advertisements. Your logo can also be used as an advertisement. Advertisements used to catch the interest of the target market, that is desire for the consumers to buy the products. These are some examples of catchy slogans. Walmart slogan: save money, live better. Next, logos and slogans. So complete worksheet of logos and slogans, and I have to complete worksheet for the creating your team slogan. Next is print advertisement. So going for a print advertisement of your products, in the Microsoft Office or publisher or a word. Refer to the 4 P's. Use words and graphics to identify any, explain how product fits into the 4 P's. And then size of the paper, we include the picture of your products on the poster, which includes your company name, logo and slogan. Use the print ad rubric for a guidelines. And then commercial. So create a commercial advertisement for your product. Your commercial should only 1 minute long and maybe videotape. This will be presented in front of the press. So marketing. So next session, marketing is over. So you can see what is entrepreneur. So we know that who is an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is a person who brings his own money and takes his reward out of that business with some innovation in the business is called as an entrepreneur. So entrepreneur are people that notice opportunities and take initiative to mobilize resources and to make new goods and services. So entrepreneur, he takes an opportunity to mobilize the finance, that is the resources, and to do the new product and services. Entrepreneurs are notice opportunities and take initiative to mobilize resources. However, they work in the large companies and contribute to the innovation of the entrepreneur. New opportunity கண்டுபிடிச்சு கொடுக்குறவர் தான் வராது. But these are the people who works in the organization, produce the new product or services. Entrepreneurs are often become the entrepreneurs. Who is an entrepreneur? An individual who undertakes a risk and associated with creating, organizing, or owning a business. So, entrepreneur who takes the risk and mobilize the finance and invest money and produce new product or services and gets the reward out of that business is an entrepreneur. Who are entrepreneurs? What are their common traits? They are the original thinkers, they are risk takers, they take responsibility for own actions, they feel competent and capable, and set high goals and enjoy working towards them. These are some common traits. They are self-employed parents. Next, successful and unsuccessful entrepreneurs. Who are successful entrepreneurs? Who are unsuccessful? Successful entrepreneurs possess some qualities. They are creative and innovative. They position themselves in shifting to the new market. They create new products. They create new processes. They create the new delivery. Whereas the unsuccessful entrepreneur, who are poor managers, low work ethics, who is insufficient, failure to plan and prepare, and poor money managers. So the characteristics of successful entrepreneurs. So recall the personal characteristics and skills needed for a successful entrepreneur. So these are say characteristics. They are key person. They possess key personal attributes. They are strong managerial competencies. They have good technical skills. These are some characteristics of successful entrepreneur. The personal characteristics of successful entrepreneurs are they are persistent, they are creative, they are responsible, they are goal oriented, they are independent, they are self-confident, they are the risk takers. They have common communication skills, they have human relation skills, math skills, problem solving, decision making skills, technical skills, and they have some business skills. What is the difference between the entrepreneurship and entrepreneurs? Entrepreneurship is the process of starting and running one's own business. This involves a considerable amount of risk. The process of starting and running its own business, where it involves the risk. Whereas entrepreneur is an individual who undertakes the risk associated with creating, organizing, and owning a business. Entrepreneurship and the entrepreneurial processes. Next. So there are 5 steps of the entrepreneurial process. First step is the discovery, concept development, resourcing, actualization, and harvesting. So the 5 steps of entrepreneurial process. First, we can go for the discovery. So the stage in which the entrepreneur generates ideas, recognizes the opportunities, studies the market. First, only we have to discover. Discover in the sense discovering the ideas and discovering the opportunities and studying the markets. So entrepreneurs consider the following, that is hobbies or skills, consumer needs and wants, conduct surveys and questionnaires, and study demographics. Next, concept development. So entrepreneurs prepare the following in this step, which includes develop a business plan, a detailed proposal describing the business idea. Next one is the choose location for the business. If the business is online or does have the physical location for the customers to visit, purchase the product or services, or the combinations. And the third one is decide if the idea will need a patent or trademark. So these are the second stage of entrepreneurial process. So in this stage, they have to develop the business plan. They have to choose the location for the business, whether it is online or physical location, and decide about the patent and trademark. Third step is of entrepreneurial process is resourcing. This stage in which entrepreneur identifies, acquires the financial, human capital resources needed for the venture to the startup. So what are the resources that needed for the venture startup? She includes the financial resources, human resources, capital resources. So entrepreneur contemplate the following. They identify the potential investors, apply for loans, grants, and financial assistance, and they hire employees. These are the things to be done in the process. It is the potential investors. They have to apply for loans, grants, and financial assistance, and hire employees. Fourth stage is actualization. So the stage in which entrepreneur operates the business and utilize the resources to achieve its goal and objectives. They have to prepare the following in the actualization stage, that is the grand opening of the business, day-to-day operations of the business. Next stage is the harvesting stage. So the stage in which entrepreneur decides on ventures, future growth, and then development and or business. So we have to consider the following, that is the future plan of the business, whether we are going for expansion or we are using the stability conditions or deviating from other business, deviating to other business. So these are things you have to be considered here, keeping in mind about the future growth. So the expansion of additional locations, company to change the structure. Next, starting a business. So these are, you have to understand the procedure and requirements for starting a business. What are the things you understand? Required procedures to start a business. First thing we have to do is develop a business plan, and then acquire finances and meet legal requirements. To start a business, these 3 things you have to develop. To develop a business plan, a business plan is detailed proposal that describes the new businesses, which includes presented to potential investors and lenders. Most business plans are 30 plus pages. Next one is the purpose of the business plan. Business plans are used to obtain financing, that is when the bank or potential lenders require for a business plan. Helps to recognize and analyze the data critical to new businesses, and then provides a startup for the proposal. Next, executive summary. So brief 1 or 2 page descriptions of the key points of each section of a business plan. Next, it should include product or service plan, presents products or services being offered, unique features of the product or services. Next, should include the management team plan, the qualification of the entrepreneurs, qualification of any partners who may be involved in the business ventures. And should have the industry and market analysis, that is analyzing the customers, competitors, industry, geography, and economical data. Next, plan should include operational plan, puts all the processes involved in producing and delivering the product or services to the customer. And should also have the organizational plan, which means management philosophy of the business, key management personnel, key employment policies. And should have the marketing plan, should describe how the businesses will make its customers aware of its products and services, and it should include the market being served, marketing strategies, promotional plan, marketing budget. Next, growth plan presents the plan for the future excellence of the business, and it should include the financial plan, which includes the financial statements that will help the forecast and future financial health of the business. So the finance of the business, identifying the potential investor, that is from where we get the finance, that is from the family or friends or from other businesses or employees, or getting from the financial agencies for loans, grants and financial assistance, from small business administration or banks and credit unions or insurance companies. These are some examples of financial agencies for loans. Next, legal environment. So additional legal requirements for the business, that is the permit, certificate or license, an official document giving someone authorization to run their business under the extension of the direction of the local, state and federal laws. So every business is guided by some certification, license and permits. Next one is the contracts, written and spoken agreement, especially concerning employment, sales or tendency that is needed to be enforceable by law. Next one is the zoning laws, that is the laws related to that business, specify the areas in which residential, industrial, recreational and commercial activities may take place. Next one is the taxes, the enforced contribution of funds to state revenue levied by the government on workers' income and business profits are added to the cost of some goods and services and the transactions. These are the things to be kept in mind while getting the legal environment. And to protect the business, we have to move to the more legal documents to protect our business are trademarks, patents, and copyrights. Trademarks here refers to protects the business name and logo, whereas patents protects the invention of the products or processes that from theft, and copyrights protects the creative works, literacy, musical, dramatical, dramatic or artistic works. Okay, so this is about something we are explored about business, marketing, and entrepreneurship. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, shall I read the vote of thanks?
Okay, okay.
I feel it as my greatest pleasure to render the vote of thanks. We are approaching to the close of our program entitled Exploring Business, Marketing and Entrepreneurship. And on behalf of the entire crew, we would like to thank you for joining us for today's program and making it into a grand success. We would like to express our sincere thanks to our esteemed secretary and correspondent, Professor A. Baladandabani Sir, Segunda Institutions, who is the active soul of this institution and render all the assistance to translate this function into a grand one. Thank you, sir. We submit our gratitude to our beloved principal, Dr. T. Satish Kumar, sir, and Dr. K. Umadevi, ma'am, who are dynamic advisors to us in all our endeavors. Thank you, sir and ma'am. We devote our gratitude to Engineer A.B. Madan, sir, BE CEO, Sengindal Institutions, and Engineer Aravind Tirunavukarasu, sir, Director Corporate Relations and Training, for their courteous presence. Thank you, sirs. We submit our gratitude to the chief guest of today's program, Mr. S. Jaikumar, sir, Assistant Professor of Department of MBA, to translate this function with his words and deeds. Thank you, sir. We thank all the HODs, faculty members for their hard work, support, and cooperation to conduct this program. Thank you all, ma'am and sirs. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.